Good morning, Dragonites, and welcome to our live unboxing. Right behind us we have the Nanoxia CoolForce 1 tempered glass case for our next project, which is called Mom's Mod. So yeah, we'll get to it and get to the unboxing. I'm going to quickly just, put the notification back out this morning. Let me jump over to my Twitter profile. I'm going to quickly retweet the actual event, the stream again. Let me find it real quick. We're almost there. Yep, there it is. So we're just going to quickly retweet this for this morning. And that way, so people can't say, "Oh, I forgot." Just giving that friendly reminder. Wow, we got a glare off something. We got the sun coming in. Need to block the sun glare? Just close the window just slightly so the frame is blocking the sunlight. But yeah, we're here. We're gonna do this unboxing live here. First time that I've seen this case, other than in pictures, and there should be some other goodies maybe in the box. So I guess we'll get started. Let's go ahead and do some unboxing, getting ready for the Mom's Mod. Let's do it. Seriously? Seriously, son, right now? I can't do it. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this thing cut open. Like I said, this is the Nanoxia CoolForce 1. They had obviously the second generation CoolForce 2, but I didn't like how it looked. Like where the drive bays go, right? So the drive bays in the front of the computer. The CoolForce 2 actually had a solid panel that ran all the way up, which in some cases would be more beneficial, but for the project that I'm doing, I really don't want that. And if I'm going to do something like that, I'm gonna make my own. So it's nice and solid out of, acrylic or whatever. Let's get this box cut open. Let's see what this case has to offer. Let's open it so we can get rid of the case and, everything else. What I was just saying. Still a little bit of glitter. There we go. There we go. Cha-ching! We fixed it. Nothing like fighting Mother Nature in the sun, right? Okay, so here we go. I said there was going to be more goodies than just the case in this box, since they are sponsoring this project. And I was right. So let's go ahead and do this. So first, it should be interesting. So I got a whole bunch of these. Let me go ahead and open it up so I can show you. Woo! It opens up the other way. Ha! There we go. That's a little bit better. You see that? That's nice. It's like a hologram. So that's pretty sweet. But inside we have, right here, let's get a little bit of glare. Right there. So that's half of it. Those are the cable combs. And they look just absolutely spectacular. Let's go ahead and pull out both of it like this. Right? And the inside of these holes are threaded. And you basically thread it through just like that. And it goes around your thicker cable. They're very, very just... I love the look of them. They're a little bulky when it comes to cable clip, but they just look fantastic. And here's the bag of the screws that hold it together, which there's 5 screws for that. Oh, okay, so they give you, it's 1 for each side, so that's 4, and then they give you a couple extras just in case. Oh, I know I lied. So the other 2 are for behind here. There's a lot of glare. I'll try to fix the glare. Yeah. So in the back here, there's 2 threaded screws right here that are right there. Alright, so we got this one. This is the 8-pin, so your EPS connector. And then right here I have a 6-pin, same thing. Let's see. Wish I had a good place to set these. Actually, I'm going to set these aside, and I'll show the pile and stuff at the end. So we have another 6-pin PCIe for the graphics card. I ordered because of the graphics card she's actually using. So CC12. So 12-pin. I mean, that's the only thing. Oh, unless her graphics part is 6 plus 8, maybe? Why would I put a 12? I don't know. Let's see. Unless it's very possible this is the 24 pin. They just call it a 12 because there's only 12 holes, maybe? No, that's 6 and 6, so that's definitely not the 24 pin. Okay. So we got 2 of those. Actually, those 12 pins actually might be for the GPU, so that's good. We got another 8-pin here. I'm gonna go ahead and separate them in boxes or in piles real quick. So 6. There's a 6. 6-pin, 6-pin, 8-pin, 8-pin. Here we go. There's some more. What do we got here? Ah, here we go. Here's the big boy. Here's the 24-pin. Let's break that bad boy out. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. See, so much longer. That makes much more sense for the 24-pin. So let's go ahead and pull it out here. And there you go. 24 pins of ultimate goodness are going to slip through there. Now I did read that on thicker cables, especially when they're sleeved and stuff, they don't fit well. So it's very possible I might have to file these out a little bit bigger, just to hold the cables, the sleeves cables that are planned. Which this build is a black and lavender build, because lavender is her favorite color. And yeah. Oh. So here we go. Here's the second 24 pin, which is good. We should have 1 of each, or 2 of each, sorry. Alright, so moving on from the cable clips, the gorgeous aluminum cable clips, we have right here a CF140 fan. There's some really bad glare here. There we go. Let's back it up. It's right here, the CoolForce series. Obviously, it's black and neon green, which I don't know if it's UV reactive, but it looks pretty sweet. But I did get the CF140s. I originally asked for the 120s, but they only had like 1 of them that he was able to send. But he was like, if you want to do the 140s, I have all of those sitting right here, and we can definitely do the 140s instead. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to complain with slightly bigger fans. They will just show up better when I paint them. So the plan is basically to paint the fan blades lavender to match, and then the frame will be black. So we have one fan. Let's dig down in here. We got two fans. Another CF140. And these are all the Nanoxia, by the way. Which, if you bear with me, I kind of want to add their logo on here. I mean, obviously they're sponsoring this build, and I just want to make sure it's very clear to everybody watching this that this is Nanoxia brand. This is the unboxing we're doing. So I'm just going to quickly browse. I think I have their logo that's like ready to go that I could drop on the stream. So let's go ahead and look real quick. Actually, it's probably in here. Sponsors. Yep, that'll definitely work. We can make this work. All right, so I can get it placed. We'll just place it right above the chat box, maybe, and make it a little bit bigger. There we go. I gotta get it in place. I do apologize about the clicky. Alright, there we go. We have the Nanoxia logo. I just wanted to put that on there because they are so gracious to be sponsoring all this stuff for this build, this pay it forward build. The least I can do for them extra, you know, other than making the videos and the unboxings and posting on social media, like adding their logo to my stream up there in the corner, like that's a no-brainer. These are amazing people, amazing company. I haven't had any issues with them whatsoever. I haven't even seen any real problems from them either from other people. And the U.S. representative, he's just fantastic. Here we go. Got one more fan. Let's see, 4 fans. And I think it comes with 1 or 2 installed, if I remember right. Oh, we got one more. Alright, here we go, 5 fans. Actually, I think 5 fans is all I asked for. I think I just got 2 in the front and 3 in the top is the plan. So, we make that work. So, those are the extra fans, the CF140s again. We got 5 of those. And then we have here 3 of these, which are the LED rigid bar in the color of white and 20 centimeters long. Obviously I got 3 of them so I could put, you know, one on the side, top and bottom, just to make it light up the best. And so we got that. Inside here, let's go ahead and just pop one open real quick. So I've used several LED bars and stuff like that. So this one, the first time for the Nanoxia ones, rigid. That's a pretty good little particle board. It's, you know, branded Nanoxia on the back. It's got the 3-pin connector here. I'd say the only thing I wish it did better was having the power in here and a power out plug here, so you can just run your cables straight here and then off here. Inwind does that with their LED kits and stuff, and it's very, very handy. Okay, so it actually comes with a cable here, right? And these are definitely not RGB. They're just white. So the power cable here is you have your one connector, your fan header, and then it actually gives 2. So that's kind of handy because, you know, I can plug it in like this and just run to 2 separate strips. So that'll be cool. I can't wait to give that a shot. Let's go ahead and wrap the 3M tape. So they give little pieces of 3M tape here. They're all pre-cut to size. It's a little hard to see, but they're all pre-cut to size, so you can just stick them on the back of along the back all the way, and then stick it wherever you need in your case. So giving some mounting options is always a good thing for a manufacturer to do, so they don't expect you to have to, you know, have something like that on hand, because then you end up using like duct tape or something like that, and it's just all bad. So we have 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of those rigid light bars. Alright, so far so good. I don't know if there's any questions in the audience yet, but if you have a question, if you want to see anything up close, just let us know. I mean, we'll definitely do it. Okay. Now for the fun part. Styrofoam! Oh, I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and remove all that styrofoam here. I just want to make sure I got everything from around the box. I don't want anything flying out when I try to pick this case up. Ooh, that's heavy. We're going to do this the safe way. We're going to quickly flip this box over. The box handles are getting caught on the styrofoam packing. But quickly bending those outward will fix that. There we go. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Couldn't resist. Adding a little drama. A little dramaticness. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and get the pieces off here. Goodbye styrofoam. Goodbye styrofoam. Can't lose the manual for the case. I'll go ahead and set that over here. So the first thing I noticed when I pull this case out is right here, the case feet. They're not obviously real chrome. I mean, it's chrome plastic, which there is a little bit of chipping of the chrome off the feet, but I really like how they look against the stark black case. Having this just tiny little bit of chrome on the feet actually looks pretty awesome, I have to say. Goodbye plastic. Make sure I didn't leave anything in the box. Look at that case. Isn't the side of that case spectacular? You're going to be able to see everything through here. Oh wait, we're on the wrong side? Oh. There we go. Which actually, let's go ahead. The box was a little bit bigger than the case, so we're just going to quickly adjust like so. There we go. Now we can actually see inside. So right here, tempered glass side panel right here. So that's going to be awesome. We'll go ahead and take that off here in a second. Up here in the top, we have a panel that is removable, just like that. Bam! And what that allows you to do, I mean, as a modder, like having those removable like panels like this, just like look at all that blank space that you can do something with, whether it's a design, a logo, or whatever. We modders like our blank slates, our blank spaces. But here in the top, you have a spot for, I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. So, let's see, case fan top. Yeah, okay, so I was right. So you can either have 3 120s or 3 140s up here in the top. In the way of clearance, you actually could probably get away with probably like a 40 millimeter thickness radiator, maybe up here on top. A thinner, you probably wouldn't get a 60 to be able to fit here, and then your fans and stuff. Now if you did something, you know, like if you wanted to mod the case and you put the radiator here up on top, and then, you know, put the holes in for the tubings to run out, you could probably get away with doing any thickness you want, obviously, because it's on the outside of the case. Or you could probably get away with a 60 if you mounted it underneath and then mounted your fans up here on top. That would probably work as well. We switch it over here to the front panel, I/O. It'll hold the case. You have right here, you have one of the USB Type-C, I believe it is, plugins. Sorry, the USB 3.1. I've never used 3.1 or the Type-C yet, because I'm poor and broke and don't really need anything past USB 3. Speaking of USB 3 itself, the standard USB, you got 2 ports here in the front, which is super handy if you got headphones, oh gosh, anything else that you just need quick access to. You need to throw in a USB thumb drive. It's right here in the front. You just pop it in. You don't have to be finagling in the back. You have an LED button. I think this controls the pre-mounted LEDs in here, if I remember correctly. You got the power button, you got the power LED. So I think this is actually a fan controller, maybe. So it's got low, medium, high, and then it's got actually I think this might be a reset button, but this low, medium, high might be for something different. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up in the manual here in a second. We have our headphone jack and our microphone jack, which are, you know, our standard. It's very clean, very basic. The power button being on top instead of like on the front of the case, I really like. Just because I have little kids and they like to come up to the front of cases and go, "What's this? It's a flashy light. I'm gonna poke it." And you're in the middle of the game and you're doing great, and then all of a sudden, your computer shuts down. And you're like, "What just happened? Did my computer die?" And then you look down and you got a baby destructor. Alright, so if we spin this around, look at the back. We have a 120 pre-installed here in the back, which is fantastic. Which will work. Only 120 fits here in the back, so there's no really getting away with that. That'll work out perfectly. That they do come pre-installed with one, because I'll paint this one the same way that I'm going to paint the CF140s. This is the CF120, respectively. Now these grommets here are actually so you can do like water cooling, and like say you mounted your 120 all-in-one or something right here, and you're using like one of the EK ones that you can actually like take apart and build to itself. You put the radiator here, you have the hoses flip up, run inside here, inside these grommets, to the block, the CPU block that's actually mounted to the motherboard. So yeah, fantastic. That's what we do. I opened the window to get some more light in here, but that glare, like it's getting a little glary this morning. But so far so good. It's not too bad yet. And we'll be done with this unboxing before it gets too worse, I think. So this is a full ATX supported case. This is a mid-tower ATX case, so it's definitely not a large full tower case, which would probably stand about yay high. Yeah, about yay high. So this is mid-tower, so it's a little more compact. Routing cables is a little bit trickier. Full tower case, you just have so much room. But if you're getting a full tower case, a full tower ATX case, like, I hope you're filling it with like tons of hard drives or something, because that's a lot of space. I mean, unless you're doing something, you know, super unique, like in one of the Thermaltake, you know, huge cases that stand up and have all the tempered glass all the way around or something like that. I mean, if you're doing something like that, obviously don't fill it up. Fill it up till it looks good. And that's it. Yeah. Hey, look at there. So we got a removable dust filter, and this sits below the power supply cage here. We will go ahead and flip that back in. So that's removable, which is good. It's not super steady. Yeah, it's not super steady. Definitely wish that was a little more. So they made it removable and easily removable, but in the fact it's just very, it has a lot of play in here. So yeah, that's the thing. So that'll help protect the power supply from getting too, you know, dusty from, you know, surface dust getting sucked up into the power supply. And then when the power supply gets dusty, it starts overheating, and all's a bad day. Alright, so that's it for the back panel. Let's go ahead and switch this around. Essentially, I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip it around to the bottom of the case here. So here's that removable dust filter. And you also have a spot for a 140 fan intake here at the bottom. Yep, so you got the 140 mounting holes, and then slightly inward here you have the 120s if you want to do a 120 down here instead. Say, ow. So they're the hard drive cages that sit here on the bottom, the screws actually poke through the bottom, and they're actually decently sharp for a little like screw bolt, whatever you want to call it. And there's several of them that stick out in the bottom, so just be aware of that if you're messing around with the bottom when you're building or something. You have these screws that stick out. Personally, I would have liked to see little caps built in or something instead, because that's, I don't know, might be a little poor choice to have them sticking out like that, but definitely not a deal breaker for the case. Definitely not a deal breaker. So you have your case feet here, the chromed accents, like I said. Let me turn this to this side. Yeah, you can see. And it's got two big ones in the front and two small ones in the back. And they do have the rubber pads on them to reduce vibration and stuff like that. So that's a great thing. And that's it for the bottom of the case. Before we break it open, let's go ahead and just quickly flip it over. And we're going to look at the front of the case. So the front of the case here, this is one of the reasons I got it. So we have, like the CoolForce, they have this little lip cut out right here. So around here there's this lip, right? And it goes all the way around. Well, down here at the bottom, it's empty. There's no lip here, which is interesting. I like unique. I don't think I'm going to do anything to like pull this into the design of any sort, but we'll work with it. The Nanoxia logo right here, it's definitely clear. And so I'm guessing this might be controlled by the LED button that's up top here on the top I/O. So maybe that'll probably light up and glow and say Nanoxia when it's powered on. As long as it's not like the green like the fans, I'm good with this. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's just like white. White would be perfect. White would work with this build perfectly. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have to swap out that LED to make it look right. You have this is one of the reasons I chose this style of case. Is the front is just clean. You do have 2 drive bays, but can you see them? Like, it's super hard to be able to see them. They are very well meshed in with the way they are processed. So in the way of front airflow, you actually have a slot here that's going to suck the air in. I don't like that. That's not a lot. So I'm probably going to do something differently. So the plan is I'm going to take a hard look at this case to see how hard it will be, but I really want to flip the case to be a reverse ATX configuration. But I don't know how the interior and how the panels are going to work with that. On top of that, one of the biggest things is the drives here. Now, if I wasn't using drives, then I wouldn't matter, and I would have gotten like a tempered glass front. But my mom, who's going to be the recipient of this mod, uses a DVD drive all the time. She plays old radio shows. She's got old music, old gospel CDs and stuff like that. She'll pop in if she wants to listen to something. She's got books on CD she'll pop in and listen to while she's gaming. So these are definitely got to stay. If I do flip this to become a reverse ATX, these are actually going to sit on the bottom, which isn't a bad thing, since this is going to be sitting on top of her desk instead of underneath where her current one is. It's going to sit up on top, and hopefully that's where it's going to be, because hopefully we're going to be building her a new desk too, if we can manage it. So if it's up on the desk, then having the DVD drives at the bottom is okay. Like, she definitely couldn't have it down on the bottom, because then she'd be reaching down to try to like put CDs in, put CDs out. And while my mom is short, she isn't so short that that's not gonna be a strain to have to reach all the way to the ground out of the chair to try to put CDs in. So I got to take into account for that. So not only do I need to, would I flip it, all the mounting options that are in here for the drives would now be here at the bottom. And that's fine, except that the drive would mount upside down if you mounted it correctly in there, right? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to possibly drill some additional holes so I can actually mount the CD drive right side up. But like I said, there's a lot of things to think about in the way of doing a reverse case. One of the things that I wanted the reverse case for was to have the tempered glass over here on this side, because the plan is to actually have it over on this side of her desk, right? And sitting there, and then, you know, she's here, and that way she can see the tempered glass. So the case is only going to go on the other side, because on the other side of the desk is the door to the room. So I don't want people coming in and like it be sitting there right on the edge of the desk when people walk in. I just feel that could be a hazard, you know, accident waiting to happen. And so I want to put it on the other side of her desk, up on top of the desk, away from the door. And in doing so, if I did that and just by itself, you wouldn't be able to see inside, and the whole thing would be pointless. But if we did, then we'll be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at, you know, the important stuff, which is look at the shine off that tempered glass. Got the reflection of my desk. You can even see the red light underneath the desk. Look at that. But yeah, it's super shiny. And that's tempered glass, that's not plastic. So it's got thumb screws, but I do not have a flat blade. Because I didn't plan on needing a flat blade. That's right, we can use this ruler. They're thumb screws, so I just need to get them started. Whew. Maybe not. Wow, those are really tight threads. Let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. So we're going to take off this tempered glass panel real quick so you guys can see. Here's the thumb screws that are used. See, it's just got a flat slot in it. And then it's actually got a little bit of rubber right here. It's got a little rubber washer to help with like anti-vibration. Because if you've done any car audio and stuff like that, like if you have subs and like the windows aren't properly secured in the car, like you'll get the rattle. And so they did that, which is really nice to help prevent any vibration noise. Alright, so 3 more. As I get these 3 thumb screws out, do we have any questions out there? Any questions from the audience? Anything you'd like to know about the case? Whew. These are tight thumb screws. I wish I had grabbed a flat blade out of the workshop, but there's no easy way of doing that. There we go. Getting it. I almost got that one. Okay. So there's 1 thumb screw, there's 2 thumb screws right there. I just totally set down that first thumb screw. I don't see it. Unboxing a black case on a black desk is not the smartest thing. Alright, so continuing on. We got 2 more here. Let's go ahead and take these out too. Be very, very careful around tempered glass. Like it's made so, you know, it's more resilient and less likely to break, but still there is the chance. Not to mention you know, there's always a chance of scratching it, and then it's just all bad. Now, one thing I do notice about their tempered glass panel, they don't protect it with like the film, so I don't get to post a short video of pulling the film off the tempered glass. I'm a little sad. Okay, 1 more thumb screw. This one looks like it's gonna be easy. Nope. I lost the washer. And one thing about the washer I just kind of noticed was, let me take it off the screw a little bit. It's harder than it looks, people. I'm trying to do this while holding on the tempered glass panel. Okay, let me take the tempered glass off. There we go. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's just set it down here out of the way. And now we're exposed. So what I was saying about the washer, so right here. So the washer isn't just a normal shaped washer. It's got that lip. See how it's got the wider outer diameter? What that does is when you put it on the thumb screw here, it slides on, and it's got that little flange, right? That little lip. What that's for is this actually goes inside the tempered glass hole, the inner part, and when you're screwing it in, if you've ever like rubbed metal against glass, like not only does it create a nasty noise, you have a huge chance of actually scratching the glass itself. So they actually, the rubber covers the thumb screw inside here. It's actually going to contact the case when you're screwing it in. So that's a very smart decision by Nanoxia to do something like that, because otherwise you'd be scratching circles around where the thumb screws go. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look inside this thing. There's probably an easier way of doing this. The bad thing is there's not a lot of light. Okay, so maybe if I back up a little bit. So inside here we have the box of goodies. This is all your screws and stuff that come with the standard case right there. What is really cool is they already pre-route your front I/O connector cables. They already route them down behind the motherboard tray, and they're all down here at the bottom where they should be, which is super helpful. Let's go ahead and we got one of these big old like twisty ties. That's what was holding the box to the hard drive cage, so it wasn't falling apart. Now I will say the front I/O cables, right? They actually have them routed up here, so it comes from the front panel, and they actually put them in this front grommet, and then run it behind the motherboard tray and come back up. That is gonna look horrible. Like, you can't have that, and that's a little frustrating. This screams lazy to me, because up here there is a opening behind the motherboard tray that if they would have taken a little more time, they would have been able to fit all the cables behind there, and then you wouldn't have this bundle coming in the corner. Like, either that, or you need to like do the cables back up there and back behind the motherboard tray from up back there where they come out of the front I/O. I mean, I'm harping on that a little bit, but I'm very OCD when it comes to cable management and how things look. So just that small change from the factory, I think would do a world of difference. But having them come out to right next to the motherboard and then go behind the motherboard, right next to the motherboard, where it's actually visible like this, I appreciate them doing it, but I don't know. It feels a little bad form for me. Okay, so moving on, we have obviously the motherboard tray here. You have nice squared grommets, which I really like. It shows that you're getting a little bit better case once they actually start putting grommets on it, because if you get a budget case that's not very pricey and stuff like that, that's one of the options they just never include. You have 3 of the 5 1/4 hard drive bays, right? So your standard hard drives can fit here. Also, if you have anything else that would fit in like a normal 5 1/4, you can put them down here too. Now this is, am I lying to you? I might be saying this wrong. So these are the normal drive bays, obviously CD-ROM drives, card reader drive. There's so many things out there. Cup holder, storage box. They could be used. The only problem is, as you add more devices here in the front, you got to make sure it matches to look good. Otherwise, you have mismatched. That's how we used to do it back in the day. You had whatever color case, and then the CD-ROM drive was like beige, the front. So if you had a black case, if you had a silver case, if you had a beige case, like, it was always beige. Now, if you had a beige case and you had the beige CD-ROM drive, then you were fine. But if you had a black case or a silver case or whatever other color case that you happen to find, you had this beige drive. And so what we did is we created something called stealthing the drive, which you basically mounted the drive slightly backwards, just enough that you took the plate that covered the hole and you glued it to the CD-ROM drive. And what you did is then you could basically push in the corner of the cover and it would pop out, right? But that way when you closed it, it just looked like the front of the case and you didn't have to worry about it. It was already color matched and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so back in to here, to the inside of the case. So you got your normal large, I'm not going to say measurements, just totally blinking this morning. Your 2 drive bays up here. We have 2, see if I can turn it. So we have 2 140s here, fans. And so I got 5. So we got 3 up front. We have 1 in the bottom that we can use also. We might end up with 1 or 2 extra, which isn't a bad thing. We're going to be painting them. So having an extra spare just in case, you know, one of the fans get messed up in the process of painting will help. Down here we also have, see, I thought they were hard drive cages. That doesn't look like a hard drive cage. Alright, so right here in the very front, right behind these fans, there is a spot here for removable SSD. Let's see. Yeah. I thought those were holes and stuff. I'm curious. So on top of the front button, that little button, I need to figure out what this is too. It's probably something I actually might not even need. But I still need to know what it is. And I'll look it up real quick before we end the stream. But yeah, I mean, that's the case in a nutshell. It's pretty standard. It's not anything extravagant, but it is going to look absolutely fantastic for our next project. Before I mess anything up, I share my office space, my desk, with the kids' playroom back there, so you see toys and stuff. I just picked up a Lego. Anybody that has had Legos knows it's just, it can be all bad. So I'm gonna quickly, just for posterity's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna put this tempered glass panel back on real quick. But yeah, if there's any questions, any comments, feel free to type them in chat. Be happy to answer any questions you got. Gotta line up the holes here. And just like that, there's that one. Whenever you're working with mounting something, if you have the opportunity to go for opposing corners, like if there's holes in 4 corners, it's a good idea to do opposite corners, because then it can't move. It's not going to move in any direction and while you do the rest of them. But, you know, one in one corner, then the opposing corner. Helps it from moving around and is going to hold it better than if I just, you know, did these 2 on this side, because then this could still flop around. And with glass panels, I mean, it's not like acrylic. You really don't want any flex, because if the glass panel were to flex, I mean, you're looking at it breaking at that point. Let's go ahead and get the last thumb screw back in here. I don't see anybody with questions or anything like that, so we'll do okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, thumb screws back on in. We're good there. Let's go ahead and put this cover back on the top. Nice simple operation. You just slide it back a little bit, slide down, and then it's got a little locking mechanism up top right there. Alright, so let's look at the manual here real quick. I'm curious to find out what that is. Hey, look. and I'm reading it in German. Let's see, let's find the English. Okay. It shows the mounting holes. Glare is really bad. Let's do this. Okay. That's still a lot of glare. There we go. So let's try to do this. Alright, so in the manual, I'll just do it up close. So in the manual, it's actually got like ATX, micro ATX, ITX, and the little red dots show you where on the motherboard tray the actual mounting holes would be. So that's kind of handy. Yep, we're good there. Yeah, so okay, so front drive bays where the CD-ROM drive goes, that's 5 1/4. I was saying that wrong. The larger hard drives are 3 1/2. I don't know why I mix that up. I do apologize for that. So fully modular, easy mount hard drive sleds, and those are those 3 that I was telling you about, which are 3 1/2 inches. Okay, so we got that. We got the front. Yeah, this is for the 5 1/4. The mounting holes. Okay. Oh, so it looks like there's an SSD mount tray on the very back of the motherboard tray, which is handy. But I mean, you don't see it in that case. I didn't take off the back panels, so pretty sure I just had a Lego in my shoe. Okay. So upgrading with additional cages. The hard drive cage mounting rail at the bottom allows you to retrofit the case with our separately available hard drive cages. Oh, okay. So that's what's down there at the bottom. What I was curious to figure out what it was. That is a slide mount for another hard drive tray. So if you needed to put another hard drive tray in here, if you were doing an NAS or some storage solution, you could put another hard drive tray and it would just slide into that piece. Obviously I'm not going to. She has an SSD and a normal drive. I'm not going to need them. I'm actually going to be taking out some of the ones out here in front. So yeah, I'm not going to need it. I'm going to pull that off and I'll just have an intake fan there at the bottom. Alright, let's see if we can find the front I/O. Okay, so I/O panel includes okay, so 3.1 Type-C is the same. Obviously I don't deal with it enough to make that connection. Alright, so 2 USB 3s, like I said, those are the normal looking ones, but they're blue. The 3.1 Type-C connector, microphone and headphone ports. The power button, reset, and LED on-off button are located as well. Okay, so that little button was the on-off. Please connect your USB 3.1 connector externally to your motherboard. I'm not sure what that means. Lead the cable through the appropriate slot cover. Okay. I mean, I don't have to worry about that. Her motherboard doesn't have 3.1, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, here we go. So it is fan control. So right there, you got that slider, and it says LMH, so low, medium, high. That is a built-in fan controller. So that's kind of interesting. So 3-stage fan controller, obviously low, medium, high as your 3 stages. The fan controller is powered by a SATA power connector connected directly to the power supply. It also supplies LED strips with power. Alright, there we go. Yeah, water cooling solution. So we got a 280 millimeter, it looks like that's the max in the front that it handles. So it looks like it supports video cards up to 285 millimeters in length. So that's a decent size. If you take out the hard drive cages, you could probably you know, obviously get a longer one in there. And it looks like up top you can get a 360, like I said. The only thing with that is the picture's kind of hard to see, but that darker gray is the radiator. Right here would be your CPU. So you really couldn't go thick with this radiator to be able to get the fans, the radiator, and not interfere with the CPU block or the memory. So that's the thing, just keep that in mind. You need to remove the air cover. So that's what they're calling this panel here, is an air cover. What's really cool about it as a modder, like I can totally just pop this off, right? Take it to the shop, cut a grill into it, and then put it back. There we go. Pop it in just like that. So if you weren't using the top fans, you would just leave this here, and it would be a nice finish. It'd be nice and flat, nice and clean. You could put stickers up here, whatever you wanted to do, custom decals. You know, contact us, we'll make you a custom decal, you know, whatever you need. We can cut it out for you. And you just put it up front. But if you want to use these as exhaust, or to handle a radiator or anything like that, I do apologize. It's a little early for me. And I was up late playing Fortnite with followers last night, so that was fun. Let's see. Yeah, so if you want to use it, you got to remove this panel. Otherwise, there's not going to be any airflow. And your whatever you mount up here, whether it's fans, radiator, whatever, is not going to get the air. It's not going to be able to push the air like it's supposed to. So you definitely have to remove this if you want to utilize the top. The only thing I find bad about that is you take this off, and that's kind of ugly. Like, I wonder, I don't know, maybe I'll look it up and post it later, but I wonder if they actually have replacement ones of these that you can get from Nanoxia that actually have a grill already put into it, so it hides all that. But I have a feeling, because of the restricted space here for radiators, that they would expect you to like mount the radiator under here and then put the fans up top. Because if you put the fans up top, you're going to see the fans, they're going to look awesome, and they're going to cover up this. See, this I wouldn't mind so much if they didn't have this right here, right? Because, I mean, it shows separation. 1 fan, 2 fan, 3 fans, which is cool. I get it. But it just throws off the look of the case, of the grill. Like, if they didn't put these pieces in, I mean, they probably did it for added stability too, but if they didn't put these solid pieces in and just left the grill the rest of the space, I mean, obviously leave the mounting options. That is totally fine. You need those. But if they had just removed these and made them grills like the rest, it would have looked so much better and so much cleaner. But this looks unfinished. It makes it look unfinished. But yeah, that's me ranting again, my OCD. But I'm pretty sure other people would agree on that. Alright, let's get the tab back in there. There it is. Click back the locking mechanism. And that's it. I mean, that is your Nanoxia CoolForce 1 with tempered glass side panel. It's going to look amazing. We'll recap what we had and what else was in the box. So we had all these boxes right here, which are the CoolForce cable combs. You'd think I haven't had coffee yet, which I haven't. I haven't had my morning caffeine. My mouth does not want to work. We got 3 of the 20 centimeter white rigid LED bars. So what that's going to do is it's going to light up the tempered glass inside so you can really see it. And I did white because my mom's old school. She doesn't care about RGB. But having it lit up and look nice inside and having, you know, the white lights on, she could get excited about that. The RGB, she would just be like, oh, that's too much. We got 5 of these CoolForce 140. Oh, stifling another yawn. I do apologize. Alright. So, as you notice, this is kind of a CoolForce build because we have CoolForce fans, we have the CoolForce case, and then, like, the cable clips are CoolForce. I mean, that's what CF is. It's CoolForce. Which the only thing that's not labeled CoolForce is the LED bars. But everything else is CoolForce. So Mom's Mod, keep an eye out for it on social media. I'll be posting updates and stuff like that. I regret not buying the lavender vinyl because I totally could have gotten a huge jump on things by cutting out the vinyl and getting things in place. But the first thing I need to do is obviously take this apart, take a good look on it, figure out exactly how I'm going to manage everything inside, cable-wise, all that, and see how hard it's going to be to actually flip this case into a reverse ITX and just flip the whole case. It would be a lot easier if I could just flip this front panel. If I can manage the flip just the front panel, that'll make things so much easier. But the only problem with that, if you just flip the front panel, then the case feet are on the bottom, and that's not going to work. I just had a message, somebody asking if they missed the stream. But yeah, so that's the case, the CoolForce case. Is there anybody out there, you know, got any questions? Feel free to type them in chat. I'm here to answer any questions. I will help out as much as possible. I kind of like this. So like, there's not a lot of light inside the case right now, but look at how just that pop of that green CoolForce cam. That's so weird. I just got notified that this live stream wasn't actually announced in Discord, which is weird. I don't know. That is weird. I'm not sure. Which I'm really not sure. Because Discord should have automatically threw the notification when I went live, so that's weird. I felt like there wasn't a lot of audience. Like some of like the go live like didn't catch, so that all my notifications didn't really go out. Cause let's see. Let's reload my profile over on Twitter. Okay, so failing. I just says failing at life. Come enjoy it. Yeah, so like it didn't put out my automatic Twitch stream. That's weird. Well, I'm just glad I, you know, retweeted the actual retweet with the picture and everything from earlier this week. I've retweeted it. Otherwise, there would have been like nothing, and that would have just been frustrating. But man, Facebook and friends, man. I've been getting so many friend invites. It's weird. It's like Computex over in Taiwan was like the thing that kicked off all these. Projects are sizzling. I'm just checking. Hi, Lady Random. How are you this morning? It's okay. I mean, you missed pretty much the whole unboxing. But that's okay. Like, I almost missed the stream myself because I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning playing Fortnite with followers, and I woke up probably 15 minutes before go live time. So we were actually a few minutes late in starting the stream because I had to readjust things and actually get this overlay set up with the chat and the webcam. Oh, you're fine. Don't beat yourself up. A copyright claim was created for content. Really? Beautiful corporate technology. Yeah, they can claim all they want. The only music that was on my stream last night was not copyrighted music, straight from basically a website that they have playlists of non-copyrighted music. So yeah. You crazy people. Crazy YouTube. It's like, oh, we detect there's music. We're just gonna go ahead and throw a copyright claim. Which is definitely, this whole copyright thing with the music and stuff is one of the reasons why once I get that Twitch affiliate, I am not unhappy about just streaming on Twitch and just killing my YouTube streams altogether. And that way, I mean, YouTube was already, they already have a lot of bad things for me. I'm going to do something real quick. Get a little bit of light. I'm going to move this so I can actually sit down and have face to face. So when I get that Twitch affiliate, I am not gonna be unhappy whatsoever. My microphone's kind of pointed off. Not gonna be unhappy about killing my YouTube streams, because for a variety of reasons. One of them is the copyrighted music. You can't use it in that because you can't monetize your videos. I'm not monetizing my videos. I barely have a handful. I almost have more followers on Twitch right now than I do subscribers on YouTube. I'm not monetizing YouTube. Like, if I get to that point, I get it. If there's a copyrighted claim on a video, I don't make money off that video. Okay, I don't care. But it is really annoying. For streams, I like to have music in the background. I like to, be able to talk and stuff like that. Now, I do have somebody through the StackUp.org organization that'll help me make some music. He'll actually compose some music and some beats and stuff like that for unboxing videos in the future, build logs, things like that. So I'm not worried about that. But it's just frustrating. I'm gonna make that, we'll get to the Twitch affiliate. At that point, I'm cutting off all streams, and I will be live streaming specifically on Twitch. That's it. I know a lot of the Twitch audience has left because of Mixer, coming into the picture, but I'm obviously going to follow the rules of the affiliate that you can't multi-stream anymore as affiliate. I'm not too sad about that. I'm definitely not too sad about that. I've played around on the Mixer platform. I've watched some streams over on Mixer. I don't know if I'm just loyal to Twitch, but the way they have their site set up and the way that things work, I like it. It's a lot more clean. It's smoother. The community itself has always been fantastic. Everybody's pretty upfront. At least the streams that I go to, they are upfront. They're honest. This is who I am. These are the games that I play. I'm not, throwing on a mask. I'm not doing any crazy production. And that's it. So definitely sticking with Twitch. Get that affiliate eventually. Get all the subs. Yay! But yeah. Other things, YouTube. So, like, if you go live with YouTube, it automatically records that live session into a video and posts it to your channel. Automatically. You can't disable it, which is frustrating because I would love to be able to stream live to YouTube without having it clutter my channel with all these clips of streams. It's frustrating. So I am not sad about leaving YouTube live streaming. Like, no, get rid of it. Now, will I, for certain streams like this unboxing or something like that, and other ones in the future, will I record the stream and then post it to YouTube later? Sure, definitely. But not all of them. Like, if I'm getting on Minecraft during the week for my hour stream and we're playing Minecraft for Minecraft Mondays, I don't want that posted to my channel. I don't want it recorded and posted to my channel. It's just BS video. Like, you can't even specify, hey, okay, just go ahead and post it to the channel. Just let me mark it private so nobody can see it unless I dictate. Like, that is just frustrating. But YouTube has a lot of flaws, and they've had a lot of issues over the past, year. And I am not unhappy about going Twitch specific. Twitch straight up. Now, obviously, I am going to... another reason I am not sad about this is because, so in the chat right here, so if you see those messages, look at the guns. Welcome to the gun show. My seat's falling. Let me switch the webcam around so we're actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So, another thing. So the chat, this over here. So, if you're looking at my chat box, it is repeating messages over and over and over again. I don't like that. And that has to do with Restream and how it pulls chat from one and then posts it in all the others. So basically what's happening is it's posting in Twitch. You type in Twitch and it's grabbing that and it's throwing it to YouTube and Mixer. Well, I think what's happening is it's like, oh, I just see something on Mixer. Yeah, you just reposted that chat on Mixer. Don't grab it again and post it again to other channels. Like, look at this. Again, I'm going the wrong way. So, right here, that's 3 of the same exact messages on Mixer. That's posted on Mixer. 3 messages right after another. So, I am definitely happy about that. Baseball. But yeah. Rant. I'm gonna be happy to get rid of Restream.io. It's fabulous to work with. The chat, not so much of a fan, but it's worked in the past. But yeah, there goes. Hey, Mr. Triplet, what's going on? Flying that freak flag in here. We can do that back. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I didn't notice that about it's going the wrong way. The chat's not over here. It's over here. Look at that. It doesn't even show the emote. Oh, that frustrates me. We are having a rant session. about restreaming to multiple platforms and how the chat doesn't quite get it right. We just finished up the unboxing of the computer case. Since you missed it, we'll go ahead. Let's readjust back down here. Whoa. Bam. Just for you, Mr. Triplet. Or Mr. Triple T. I think you said that it was Mr. Triplet, right? Oh. There you go. So we totally unboxed the case. It's got a pretty tempered glass side panel, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, that's right, random. That freak flag gets waved to everybody, not just in your stream. We got some LED bars that are going to go on the inside of this thing to light it up. We have a stack here of 140mm fans that are going to go inside of it to really get the airflow going. I'm not going to give her... Ooh, actually... Yeah, triplet. Okay, that's... I thought I was right. Okay. I can't remember things. I do pay attention once in a while. That's what the extra fans are for. That's right. Because I was planning on taking my old Cooler Master all-in-one cooler and giving that to her. But we'll see. If she's running like a Noctua CPU cooler, I'll probably just keep it air. Don't go water cooled in hers. Just for the fact that when you start going water cooling and stuff like that, you add the added risk. And it's not my risk, it's going to be my mom's computer. And I don't want to give her that risk, especially giving her a used one maybe. So we'll see. I don't know. So we got the fans, we got the LED bars, and then one of the things that I am super excited about, I really love this design. So in these boxes, I have a whole bunch of them over here, are these cable clips. So whenever you know, instead of just having a mess of, bundle of cables coming up to your graphics card or, to the motherboard and stuff like that, like you have these cable clips, and these things are just gorgeous. They are super bulky when it comes to a cable comb, a cable clip, but they just look fantastic. I mean, they even go as far as to put the CF. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get a good enough focus here. No. This way. Oh no, that's way too much. I mean, you can kind of see it, that like white triangle. It's actually the CF logo that you see on the front here. So yeah, super excited to be using those. I didn't open the box, but we can definitely open the box that came with the case. I'm a little curious on what kind of extras they added in here. I'm guessing this is probably, motherboard screws, that kind of thing. It's definitely going to be screws. Yep, I see motherboard screws. Okay. We got an extra PCIe bracket, so for the back. Right there. That'll go. These are what you normally take out so you can install a graphics card or a network card or a USB extension card or whatever card would plug into the motherboard. Got right here. Oh, okay. So what this is kind of a handy cable for them to use. It's something you don't see often. So you have an 8-pin port here. Now the 8-pin port, this is going to be for your CPU power cable. You turned your PC on. What are you doing with your PC? So this cable, so on the older motherboards and the ones that don't need a lot of power, it's only got a 4-pin. It doesn't have the 8-pin. Doesn't have the 8-pin like that. It's just got the 4-pin. So, and some higher power supplies only have an 8-pin. They don't break these apart. So having this cable, this adapter cable, allows you to plug that 8-pin from the higher power supply. So you can, oh, on the phone, you're watching me on your phone? Aw, you're gonna multitask now? Okay. See, nothing wrong with a little multitasking. But yeah, so you can now take that 8 coming from the power supply, plug it into here, break this apart, and just plug in the 4-pin that you need into the motherboard. And then you can just hide that one, you know, behind the motherboard tray or whatever. And you just have that tiny cable. So that's kind of cool. I'm a little happy they included that. These connectors are beefy, very strong. Making custom cables and stuff like that, I've seen some manufacturers that make really bad clips and connectors, but these have really strong clips. They have that little tab at the top that you click it in and it locks in, so it just doesn't pull out at any point. And then what else do we have in this bag? We got some zip ties for cable management, which is always cool. I got a couple extra screws here. I think these are for like hard drive. Thank you, Brandon, for the host. You got 4 people. You're not even streaming and you got 4 people. That's crazy. That is crazy. But thank you for the host. Definitely appreciate the host love. Do a little dance for you. Yeah. Shake those hips. Okay. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of screws in here. We got what looks like hard drive screws. We have the motherboard standoffs for installing the motherboard on that motherboard tray. Some other additional screws for, you know, attaching things to the PCIe brackets. We have the tiny screws for attaching, you know, an SSD to the tray. So yeah, nice collection of screws. We'll go ahead and put this stuff back in the box. We'll start with the cable. Go ahead and slip that back inside. Throw the bag back inside. And just like that, we'll close it up. Bam! But I'll go ahead and shout out right now. Big thank you to Nanoxia. Logo up there in the corner. Like, they're helping me out with this pay it forward build for my mom. She's been awesome. Encouraging my gaming growing up and stuff like that. So definitely appreciate that. Just try not to cut off the top of my head. I mean, showing my bald head. I guess I'll show it. But yes. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, if you'd like, I can throw up the picture of what the case, what I'm imagining the case is going to look like. I can throw that up real quick if you want to see that. If you have any specific questions about anything, computers, streaming, what I had for dinner last night, whatever. Love to hear any questions. Say, baby dragon has not woken up yet. Yep, she's still passed out, which is good. That's the whole reason I let her stay up until like 10 o'clock. So she would sleep longer. Which I need to put the baby monitor on a charger here soon. Baby dragon is sleeping, which is handy because it allows me to stream. At least do this unboxing without her like trying to open the case and pull it apart and stuff. You want to? Okay, so let's go ahead. We can quickly do this. Let's go ahead and add an image. Add source. Oh, that's not. No. Wrong. Okay, let's try that again. Add an image. Add source. Add new source. There we go. Browse. Concept. That's what we want. So let's. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do both images real quick, and then I'll show them. Add new source. Browse. Do the size one and the front one. Okay. So right here, ooh wow, the images are freaking huge. Let's bring them down to size a little bit. They're like the entire screen of my my stream. We don't want to do that. So let's. I just got to get resized for you guys. So we'll turn off that one, and poof. All right. So, hey, Robinson Whites. Yes, I did. I reached the 50 followers. It was really funny. I was actually hanging out in random stream. Some random chick. She's in here. If you're not following her, go follow her. She's hilarious. She's awesome. And she's 420 friendly, so her streams can get a little humorous at times. But yeah, so I was in her stream and I was hanging out with her. And I was like, and I had gotten like a follow during the stream because she is awesome about self-promoting herself and, you know, shout-outs. Like, I haven't self-promoted my... Let me move this so you can actually see me. Okay, so, like, I hadn't, you know, self-promoted. I hadn't shouted myself out or anything like that. And I had gotten another follower, and it had put me at 49. And I was like... it was either 48 or 49. I was like, yes! I only got a couple of followers until 50, or, like, I need one more. And of course, you know, Random was like, that's awesome! If you haven't, go follow him. And then all of a sudden, like, I went from like 49 to 52, I think it was. And I was like, okay, I was hoping just one to get to 50, but sweet. Rapid, welcome to the stream. See, look at this. See, Random, you wake up, you come into the stream, and you bring all the love. It's like rating without actually rating. Like, people just flock and follow you. You gotta use your powers for good. Oh, I forgot I was in studio mode. So you couldn't see my face anyways. Ah! Okay, but Random wanted to see love just follows you. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Random was asking what the computer case that we unboxed today was going to look like, or at least what I was envisioning it to look like. And this is the front right here. So my mom was very instrumental in me playing video games on the computer. She always encouraged. She never discouraged and said, well, you're playing too much, or this hate follows you rapid. I don't know about that. So my mom never discouraged me from playing. She always thought it was fun. She liked to play some video games herself. She played one called Dune, which was kind of like a command and conquer, moving your armies around, attacking another army, blah, blah, blah. So, and then she played, you know, some really old games on the old Mac and stuff. One called Apache Strike, which was a black and white pixelated helicopter, and you basically flew through a city, and it was just basically arrow controls, and you know, turn right, turn left, and then you like spacebar to shoot like a missile, and then you clicked click the mouse button to, you know, fire your machine gun. And it was very basic graphics. But she used to sit there at my dad's shop because she was like the office manager, the bookkeeper, all in one for his mechanic business. And she would sit there, and whenever she wasn't having to do any actual work, she was just sitting there and she'd play this Apache Strike. And she went through and she beat so many levels. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, but it was that and like Minesweeper, I think, was her go-tos. And she would just do that. Well, as I started to get older and we, you know, got a computer at home, and so we're building a customized PC. Well, why do you need your son to do it? Hello, I'm here. I don't know. Your computer's pretty awesome looking, I have to say. There's two types of people in this world, those that came and those who are wrong. I agree, Mr. Triplet. I agree. My wife, Lady Dragon, is one that is wrong. She says that she games, but counting the original Nintendo does not count. That does not count. That does not make you a gamer. I'm sorry. And especially when you don't play them. Like, we had retro consoles. Like, we had the original Nintendo, we had the Super Nintendo, we had the Sega Genesis, we had N64, we had the Wii for like 5 years. She picked up a controller maybe twice in those 5 years. You can't call yourself a gamer. Not in the least bit. Just doesn't work. So, Mr. Triplet, I agree. And I'm married to one of those that is wrong. Wrong. But, back to my mom. So she never discouraged the gaming. We got our own PC in the house, and I fooled around on the internet, found little like flash games and stuff. And then I played the Dune game, the Command & Conquer games. A baby gamer. I don't know about that. You play games quite a bit. I would not call you a baby gamer. Now, you might be a noob gamer like me that's really horrible at games, whether it's console, computers, whatever, real life games. Like, I suck at games. There's a reason why my Go Live says fails. Come enjoy my fails, because I fail and fail a lot. But, yeah, so, like, I played different games on the computer. Well, I was introduced to a game called EverQuest by a friend. And you make your character, you go out, you do your quests, and you just meet a lot of people. It's multiplayer, it's online. And I start playing it. And at first I go to his house and I play on his computer and on his account. And then I'm able to get my own account. And for a while there, what he would do is he was like, hey, whenever I'm not playing, you're welcome to play, but if I need to get on for some reason, you just gotta log off. And I was like, that's fine. I'll play whenever your downtime, is. And, we'll do that. Well, so, if I'm gonna try to move over. There we go. Just so I'm not blocked, but you can still see the picture. So, that EverQuest game is the reason why this picture right here. So you have the EQ, which is the EverQuest like logo, up there in the top. And then this picture right here is not my mom's character that she currently plays, because what happened was I got my own account. I made my own character on my own account, and I would start to play. Well, what I did was, she was like, can I make a character? Can I play? She would sit there and crochet, and she would just crochet, and she'd watch me play EverQuest. Okay, fine. Well, she was like, can I do such and such for you or whatever? Like, if I had to step away, like, I'd just be like, hey, just make sure I don't die. If I get attacked or something, press this button. And then that turned into, while I was at school, she was like, well, just, give me the stuff and show me where to go, and I'll get your fishing skill up, because I needed to get all my skills up to the max level so I could work on my epic weapon quests. And so she started doing that. She started fishing for me. All of a sudden, my fishing skill's at 300, like, just a couple days. Like, she basically just sat there and clicked fishing, and then she would sell the stuff. Like, sometimes you catch a rusty dagger or some tattered boots or something, and then she would sell those and buy more bait, and then go back and fish more. And she would just sit there and click the button, she crochet, click the button, crochet, click the button, crochet, click the button. And so all of a sudden, fishing. And she's like, well, fishing's max. Is there anything else I can do? I was like, sure. Go stand up next to this guy and hit the beg button. The baby dragon's awake. She's sitting there playing with her play cash register in bed. But, okay, so I was like, okay, sure, you can work on my begging skill. I need to get my begging skill up. So let's do that. Good golly. And I just noticed the Twitch viewership. I don't really pay attention to it, but it went from like 1 Twitch to 9. So, yay! Getting that 3 average viewers per stream might not be so hard now. Thank you, random. But yeah, so I was like, sure, work on my begging skill. Just target that dude and just hit the beg button. Oh. Baby dragon's here. Hold on. I gotta get her out of the room. You can hear her crying. I'll be right back. Let me grab baby dragon so y'all can see her. Hold on, baby. What? You don't want to lay down? That's fine. You don't have to lay down. Do you see her? She's over here. Ugh. Come here. Put the cash register back. Come here. Hey, pick you up. Ugh. Say hi.
Hi.
Say good morning.
Good morning.
She's awake. Isn't she adorable? So what I was saying was, so she was working on my begging skill. And the begging skill was next. And she got that in 300. She got that skill. And that was like one of the hardest ones. And then it was my swimming skill. I know, she's so adorable. I love her. She makes my life interesting for sure. So yeah, fishing skill. And then she started working on my trade skills. So pottery, baking, well, cooking actually, fletching, making bows and arrows, and she was just doing all the boring, just like grindy stuff for me. And then eventually I was just like, yeah, you can make your own character on my account, that's fine, whatever. And so she started to do it, and then she quickly got her own account. She was like, okay, well, this isn't doing anything. I'm shushing at this comment as this is a family-friendly stream. Yeah. Yeah, you got an owie on your nose because you scratched your nose? Yeah.
The mommy picked it up.
Mommy picked you up. Yeah. But yeah, so she got her own account, and she has been playing ever since. And that was like 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. Gosh, it's been a long time. Yeah, 12 years ago, maybe even longer than that? Yeah, I guess it is. Wow. It's been forever. But yeah, she's been playing EverQuest all these years. Ever since she got her own account. Ever since she was playing on my account with my characters, getting skill ups. And so, obviously, that picture is not her character right now, but it's the same race. Basically, it's a halfling. And that's the one she plays. Hold on one second. Let me close the door. Last thing I want is my father-in-law poking his head in. I'm doing good this morning. Welcome Highlander. How are you? Yes, so this mod is a surprise for my mom. She has no clue. So I've been posting little things about it as I've been planning it, getting the concept work together, and announcing, that I was getting the computer case, it was coming in, and I've announced it on Instagram, and I've announced it on Twitter, but I can't post it on my Double Dragon Custom Mods Facebook page because she's on there. And if I posted these pictures, like, she's smart enough, she'd figure it out. What do you want? You want your blanket? Yeah. Are you going to go sit on the couch? Or is Daddy going to hold you? Hold. He's going to hold you, okay. That's what I thought. Do you want a pink blanket or do you want a black blanket?
Black.
Black blanket, Getting comfy. Oh. All snuggled up. Okay. So yeah. Totally surprised. She doesn't know anything. I can't post anything to my Facebook page until it's done. So sorry, Facebook followers. You should be following me on Twitter too. Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be a surprise. So the plan is I'm gonna get the case all ready to go. So that all I need to do is basically tear her computer apart, put the parts in, and then turn it back on. And the plan is to either catch her when she's not at home for like the entire day for like a craft fair that she does or something, or like my dad's already in it. My dad knows all about it, and maybe like he'll take her down to California or something, kicking and screaming, just so she's gone for like the day. And then I'll snag her computer. I'll go ahead and swap the parts, her, computer parts, her processor, graphics card, all that stuff, motherboard, throw it in the new case, and then, just hang out. So that's the front of the case. So it's got EQ for EverQuest, and then I'm gonna cut out print a picture of her character on vinyl, and then use the cutter to go ahead and cut out that vinyl too, and then go ahead and paste the picture of her character right there on the front. So that should be fun. Now, if we switch gears here, right? And now this is the side of the case. So this is the tempered glass side of the case, and the word up the top, it's Angeline. That's her character's name, her main character's name, the one that she created originally. And then right there on the side, actually on that window, that faded white design is the EverQuest druid symbol, and her main character Angeline is a halfling druid. And then you can see there, so these fans is got a black frame to it and green. Obviously the green is not going to match the lavender color that we're doing. So I'm going to have to paint some fans. So that should be interesting. Maybe that's something I can do this weekend. Depends on how easy the fans are going to be to take apart. Will depend on what we'll do for that. Hey, the Highlander with the host. Thank you with the love, man. Can you say thank you, Highlander?
Thank you, Highlander.
I will shamelessly use her cuteness to my advantage. But thank you, Highlander, for the host. But yeah, that's the plan of the case. It is a little bit complicated because I'm looking at flipping the case. So that might get a little interesting. We'll have to see what happens with that. If that's even possible, or if it's going to take a lot of work, because I really don't have a whole bunch of time to do this mod. I don't have a lot of time, period, to do modding, but doing a very hard flip is probably not time ability, so I'll have to figure out something. I'm just trying to think. I might be able to just flip the top. Let's see, if we flip the top and the bottom and the front, the back could stay the same. It wouldn't be reverse ITX, but then that would mess it up. No, I gotta flip the entire case. Okay. I was trying to see if there was any way of doing it a little less work. Hi. Yep. Daddy's beard. What? Is Daddy fuzzy?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that's the concept. That's the whole dealio behind everything. Yeah, so that was a 15-minute response to a simple question. Who's got the next question? Let's keep this rolling. I need another question. Let's fill up some time. So we've got a little bit left for the stream, and then I'm gonna go get her some breakfast, and then I'm thinking about coming back and streaming some more, playing some games though. So that'll be fun. I hope it does come out awesome, Random, that's for sure. Yeah, so I'm using all her same hardware, because, I mean, her hardware is fine. And I don't have the money to pump into upgrades and stuff like that. So, yeah, all her hardware is going to be the same. We're just basically changing up the case and making it presentable, because we can... I'll show you her computer. It's not a full picture because it's like hidden underneath her desk, but it's a very tragic picture of the computer. Let's see. Done. Let me resize it and then I'll show you guys. So, hide that picture. Try not to cover up chat. Not moving the wrong picture. Alright, there, that's there. Is her current PC a pre-built? Back in the day, yes. But my dad can build computers too. He obviously can't do, you know, the customized modding and stuff like that, the crazier stuff, but he can put together a computer. So let's switch pictures here. So this is her current computer. Like, look how just ugly it is. Like, it's still got a floppy drive. Or was it a custom build? I mean, it was a custom pre-built. I don't think he ever ordered her a pre-built, but it was custom. Like, it was definitely, you know, he would put in a custom graphics card and stuff like that, and he would change out motherboard here and processor there, and he's been slowly upgrading this over like the past 10 years, the same computer. So it's definitely in need of a good case for these things to go into. The motherboard and stuff isn't anything fancy to look at, so I actually thought about making some like a black and lavender armor plate to cover up the funky looking motherboard. I don't know, it's an Intel board, it's not like an Asus, you know, gaming board or even MSI or something, and it's got a blue particle board and stuff. So being able to cover it up and do something about it would be a lot easier. You can't see. She's having a good morning. But yeah, that's her current PC. Like, it's just tragic looking. Like, you look at the CD-ROM drive. Like, it's black, but there's a beige one too. And then the floppy drive. And then the front and the LED and stuff is... Ugh. What, baby?
That blanket.
Yeah, here's your blanket. Do you want it off or do you want it on?
Want it on.
You want it on. There we go. Snuggle you up. This is exactly how Baby and Drag and I hang out. We just cuddle and she snuggles up in blankets. I don't know, yesterday we had fun in the pool. That was good. But yeah, I mean that's her current case. And it's just ook. You miss cuddles, yeah. There's that one point that cuddles just doesn't work anymore with kids. Yeah, especially with 6 feet tall. Yeah, that makes it hard. kid suddenly is bigger than you. And you're like, well, cuddle me, I guess, because you're bigger than me. She's almost too big that it's hard for me to hold her. So my back can't handle it as often as I'd like. Still get hugs and kisses, yeah, that's good. Yeah, my 12-year-old little dragon, she still gives hugs and kisses. Not all the time, but sometimes she'll just, I'll be cooking in the kitchen and stuff, she'll just come up and just give me a big hug. So hopefully she doesn't grow out of that anytime soon. But yeah, what other questions do we have? I know a lot of people came to the stream a little bit later. But yeah. What do we got? Climatic! What's up? How are you doing this fine morning? We are doing pretty good. We're just kind of in a Q&A portion of our stream. Just hanging out, just chatting. Wave, welcome. Ugh. You're getting heavy, booger. What's for breakfast? I don't know. It might just be something like cereal. Because during the weekdays, like, I make eggs every morning during the weekday. Because that's what Lady Dragon wants. So...
No eggs.
Yeah, no eggs. We'll do some cereal or something. Maybe you can have one of your waffles.
What is it on the...
Mm-hmm. Are you sleepy?
No.
No. You waking up? What, are you gonna be shy? Are you being shy? You're not shy. You're a crazy baby. Are you a crazy baby? Yes, you are. Show me crazy baby. Yeah, there you go. Her nails are prettier than mine. Yeah, can you show your nails? She scratched off most of the polish. Who painted your nails?
Daddy.
Daddy painted your nails?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I'm a manicurist. I'm a hairstylist. The tragedy of raising girls. You just can't do it. Like, let me put it this way. I paint nails, yeah. I paint nails, I do hair, and because I raise a daughter, I coached a cheerleading team once. Yes, I was out there, rah, doing the cheers, teaching the girls how to do cheers. It was supposed to be Lady Dragon's job. She was the one signed up to be a backup coach. Well, the head coach failed the background check. Failed it. Like, I don't know exactly what the issue was, but they were like, the community was like, nope, you can't be around the little girls, not with your background. And so, like, it fell on my wife, and my wife was like, I didn't want to do head coach. I just was going to back up and help out. And yeah, so she was like, I can't do this by myself. Can you help me? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll help you. I'm your husband. I'm going to help whatever you want. And she was like, good. Well, it turned out that Lady Dragon just sat around and did the paperwork, and little old me was responsible to whipping the girls into shape, teaching them cheers that I learned off of YouTube. Because it's not like I was a cheerleader in high school or something. No. I watched YouTube videos, learned chants, learned cheers, and then taught them to the girls. And it was funny because there was 3 squads in the town of cheerleading. Our squad was like the best behaved. like you could actually hear them when they said their chants. Like the other teams, they were like quiet. They didn't like use the big girl voice. You know, maybe the fact that I was in the army and, you know, learned to project my voice, and I taught them how to do that. Like, hey, you can be loud without screaming. Screaming, nobody can hear you. You were a cheerleader. Oh, yeah, so you know, digging down deep. So people can hear you. You silly goose. So you were a cheerleader back in the day. I'm learning more things about random. Every day, learning something new. Learning something new. But I don't know. So suggestions. We're gonna go take off, eat some breakfast. When I come back after breakfast, do we have any game suggestions? I mean, I could play Fortnite again. It's very tragic because not only do I really bad at the game, the graphics card doesn't let the graphics be very great. So I don't know. No Fortnite. I knew you were gonna say that. We got Diablo 3, EverQuest, Counter-Strike. I just downloaded Army-Men Warfare. So it's like the little green army men, but it's like Call of Duty style, where you're like fighting another team. So I might do that. It looks interesting. I might just do that. We'll come back and we'll play some the army men and shoot some other army men.
Just a joke.
What?
Joke.
Do you see a circle? Yeah. You see all the words? And all the colors? That's how Daddy knows who's talking. Okay. Let's go eat some breakfast, yeah?
Yeah.
You ready to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go eat some breakfast. Alright guys, if you have any other questions, you know, shoot me a DM on Twitter or something. I'll be happy to answer it. In the meantime, we're going to eat some breakfast. And then we'll come back and we'll play some Army Men game. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you all later.
See you all later.
Have a great time, everybody. Thanks for popping in. We'll be live in a little bit later after some breakfast and getting everything situated this morning. Have a great time. Enjoy.